Rap like I'm smuggling drugs, it's not about that. My guns are books, they're giving me looks. On the train reading, seeing but not believing. Ancient bloodline resurrecting front the face of heathens. Still indie, I rap like cloth indigo. Medallions and medals, Nazi locks and kingly rolls. The stuffed and knitted tams. Peace to the gods, legend. To the fam that passed, we miss you brethren. And the sisters fall into forms of violence. We will speak for you too and won't be silent. Seeing some get a little knowledge, think they know it all. Our crazy mental open stargates and temple wars. Manchurian candidates shoot elders opening doors. Mind controls to reject. Deprograms from Moors, priestess. Remain humble, I know the weakest will inherit the earth. Hear me out, chic and chicest. When we talk, we bless. When we dress, Drew Ali and Garvey badges on my chest. In the honor of Lynch Moors, catch an alpha hex. You had your turn to flex, but Iron Sheik is next. When we talk, we bless. When we dress, Drew Ali and Garvey badges on my chest. In the honor of Lynch Moors, catch an alpha hex. You had your turn to flex, but Iron Sheik is next. Euros played you through Martin King and Nelson Mandela. Now you're lost. Installed bones, rocks and fellas. Buying ball teams, living slave masters' dreams. Can't degrade the great seal with pyramid schemes. Sumer knowledge is hidden by numerologists, and they conspire to bury us in tomb colleges. No matter what the offer, they sell out with sign. Strangling whack MCs and rappers with the signature line. I'm not the type to go to church, though I know my power. Scientists do melanin research. No need looking up as above, so below. Some say Horus, but Heru is the hero. Speak strange truth, eat strange fruit. Not swinging from a stem, but a slave noose. Hung by those in dorms, hats with horns. Too much dying for sins without the caps of thorns. When we talk, we bless. When we dress, Drew Ali and Garvey badges on my chest. In the honor of Lynch Moors, catch an alpha hex. You had your turn to flex, but Iron Sheik is next. When we talk, we bless. When we dress, Drew Ali and Garvey badges on my chest. In the honor of Lynch Moors, catch an alpha hex. You had your turn to flex, but Iron Sheik is next. Our tribe will guide, we will survive. If you need something, just ask God, I will provide. With black lungs, here's energy to outrun cops. Or in under 100 meters, catch Reverend Pork Chops. The soul digger, guns and half quarter bringer. Not the gold Jesus head pendant swinger. Not with the rim spinning, going nowhere. Thinking like snails, not the Muslim. Not my beautiful wife behind veils. Not the fake prince from Wales. You walking on ancestors' blood to get awards in tuxedos with tails. Sirens make young men bail like, hey, get caught, never receive bail right away. Don't get vexed or get American History X or shanked with the made from nothing jail objects. Too many, don't object and stay bonded. Making masters' pockets bigger, currency not grounded. To walk a mile in my shoes, shop Salvation Army. If you wanted this song, you must harm me. Change it up like a facelift, out this world like spaceships. Mummified my beast state, I'm not a mental patient. When we talk, we bless. When we dress, Drew Ali and Garvey badges on my chest. In the honor of Lynch Moors, catch an alpha hex. You had your turn to flex, but Iron Sheik is next. When we talk, we bless. When we dress, Drew Ali and Garvey badges on my chest. In the honor of Lynch Moors, catch an alpha hex. You had your turn to flex, but Iron Sheik is next.
Common sense was made before book sense. Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick.
Legendary, bury me in the North Gates Cemetery, February the 4th day. Son of Mary, they ahead of my born day. Independence alarm makes civil of a lost case. With case laws, we break them down like Jericho. Keeping all my lions tamed, I'm Chris Jericho. I'll keep a mask on deck, I'm Rey Mysterio. Fake pandemics announced over the radio. Annoyed with the game, the joys and the pains. I'm Rob Bass, mixing with rock the hard way. I was in a lost state. Prophets told me upright, brought me to a lost gate. Cooking like I'm sorbet, rapping like I'm Denzel. Malcolm X, Deja Vu, Roman J. Israel. Had no clue I lay in plain sight, but people still can't see it, so the snake's still showing up. Stakes still high, so the race still going up. Warriors of the North Gate, we not slowing up. Born in the manger, sworn to be savior. Walk through the valley of the shadows of the death grip of slavery. Looking for light, the book of Genesis. Astroplane interests, invoke the nemesis. Abstract images of past lives kicking in. Danger, running for your life. Finish him.
Morris Omar, key man or oracle, using trinity powers, decipher allegorical, lost in metaphorical, holy books are metaphysic, facts like a dirty more or a Drew Ali critic, calling him Thomas or Walter and get your face caved, or cut like a close shave, drowned in my brainwaves, squashed by heat waves, activating Kundalini, Abyssinia invaded by Mussolini, Selassie I in exile, reptile in Genesis, niggas appearing real, all I see is false evidence, they are feminists, stomped on by elephants, won't like no prejudice but want Moorish benefits when you feel the cold magnetic resonance. Apis horns of the sacred book all maleficent. Great cosmic mothers return to blessedness, no pestilence. Ace all the testaments. Tap into remembrance, never to forget again. Use energy right, not put spell effects on men. Wandering the earth plane with no they live shades. Keeps you a mental slave as the horizon fades. It's been decades since Christian crusades. Not enough rebellions, too many vigil bouquets. Holding on to the fence, burning on doomsday. War ruled by Mars, it might be on a Tuesday.
Canaanland Moors presents Common Sense Quick. What we do here is we add some common sense thinking to everyday situations or comments that may arise. Want to give it a try?
Islam Wars, peace and love. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. It's gonna clear up some things for you new Moors who think anybody saying Moors is your boy or your friend or something. You're gonna listen to them. When it comes to this information, you better be listening to somebody who has some years in this. The guy came yesterday, he's calling himself Emperor. You probably don't want to ride with that individual. Any of these people talking about everything else except Noble Drew Ali, you don't want to listen to them people. Definitely don't want to listen to them. So a Moor, this is how you know Moors are warped in their mind. A Moor posted this today. Moor posted this. Somebody says they're Moor. They got L or Bay or whatever. How are you a Moor? Channels I watch and people I learn from in regard to nationality. Jessica Danzy. So we go check Jessica Danzy's page or whatever. And Jessica Danzy is an African American indigenous lady. What do you mean you learned something from somebody who doesn't even have a nationality when you got one? What you mean you're promoting genealogy and all that? Drew Ali told you that you're born a Moor. You're Moorish American because you're descendants of Moroccans born in America. If you're a descendant of a Moroccan born in America, what do you need genealogy or whatever for? Why is Moors telling you to go over there? And then you're gonna go get genealogy or whatever, and then some black guy's doing it. Some black guy is gonna tell you where you're from. The African American guy is really gonna tell you where you're from, for real. And then Moors who don't know any better because they don't study, they don't deal with the foundation, they deal with these pop-up Moors. Like we say, our timeline is 2008 as far as us existing as a Moorish. Well, we existed before Moorish in the quote-unquote conscious realm. Moorish 2008. When we look around from 2008 to now, there's a lot of people, many people who they just came up 5 years ago. Prior to that, they didn't exist. We're not talking about learning any information out there. We're talking about Moorish history, Moorish science. That realm of information, you better be dealing with somebody who has a foundation. And we deal with people who knew they were Moors before us. You say you're a Moor after 08? Okay, I'm going to sit down and hear what you're saying for a little bit. But you start talking crazy, and I don't need to hear anything. Because people who I call master teachers don't talk how some of these people out here talk right now, today. They don't talk like them. So you want to be clear that you getting into this information about your nationality and birthrights, you have to be getting your information from somebody who has some longevity in this. Not somebody that popped up yesterday with an IG page trying to convince you of something because of some pictures they posted. F pictures. Show me the amount of times you fed the hungry. I don't care about your damn IG pictures. Show me how much times you went around picking up garbage. Clean this place. That's a mess. Show me how many corners you stood on, giving out flyers or giving out newspapers to put our people on this information. I don't care what your pictures are on your IG. That doesn't say anything. Doesn't prove me anything. Go on your phone, call up 10 people whose life you saved with this information. Do that. Tell me about some pictures. So people talking super crazy. Tell that they're putting you on to info, but they're sending you to African American Indian people to go get genealogy. And they're Moors though. They're Moors, but they're sending you to some African whatever. Right? Brown-eyed baby boy. That's a Moor? You know, get some information from? They don't want to go check to see what's on their IG. But I'm a new Moor. I bump into this IG, and this person said they're a Moor, and they say, oh yeah, channels I watch and people I learn from regarding, oh, nationality, okay, let me just start. And you start checking, and you get the brown-eyed baby boy, and you're seeing women riding men and talking about this is what you need and all that. That's nationality? That's not nationality. Oh, they have one picture of a Moroccan flag, so that means something? What the hell does that mean? Oh, they have one picture of a Moroccan flag up on their IG, so they're credible Moors. Really? Right? Khalif Keem, his stuff doesn't even come up. And if his stuff doesn't come up, then that means either I blocked him or he blocked me. And anybody who's blocking Canaanland Moors or talking BS, you know that they're a hater. Automatically know they're a hater. We've been around since 08. Who's this new guy you're talking about? Who's he? Who are these people? Who are these emperors and all this? Chief whoever's. Where they come from? They weren't around in 08. They were nigger in 08. While we were Moors, they were nigger. Now you're telling me some BS about Dane Calloway. I'm just here to make you think. No, he's not. This is a Moor telling you this. And then you, like a dumbass, because you don't know any better, and then these people didn't give you any foundation. They just threw some stuff out because they're haters. Because how come Ali Melbey is not on this list? What you mean you didn't learn anything about nationality from Ali Melbey? What are you talking about? How come he's not on the list? Now you have Dane Calloway on the list, and you don't have Dr. Alim on the list? What kind of whack list is this? And this is a Moors list, mind you. It's not a Negro conscious whatever list. This is a Moors list. Dane Calloway, the guy with 2 European Moorish names that's telling people that they're Indians, is who a Moor is telling you to use as a reference point. How messed up is that? This is a Moor, right? Dane Calloway on there. Did not talks nothing about nationality. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right? All they talk is what their Negro ancestors told them. They ain't showing you any books. Their Negro ancestors who thought they were Indians. Oh, because that's my great grandma, and she said she's Cherokee, so we're Cherokee. All right. Walter Bay. Ooh, go again.
Islam. So I got called out saying I disrespected the consular courts, which I didn't necessarily disrespect them, but I disagree with them. So now, brother, you want me to pull out my nationality card, AA222141? That is my favorite part. Let's get to it. Yeah, let's do that. All right, here we go with the AA222141. But you know what? That's not the good part. That's not the best part. The best part is this here. See that there? Library of Congress, AA222141, April 6th. So not only do I have a nationality card, I'm a holder to the copyrights. Yeah, original. And that's just part of being a Great SEAL officer, getting those credentials that you don't sign yourself only. They're signed off on. But look, I got original certificates too. Gold SEAL. I got all of them. Islam?
I told you. We told you yesterday. You told you yesterday that ain't nothing. I told you that ain't nothing. These people are putting it out there as if they got something from the Library of Congress that gives them the authority for... No, it's not. This is birthrights. AA222141 is for anybody who knows how to use it. You don't belong to nothing or need some credentials or some papers in order to exercise that. You don't need that. You don't need these papers that people are showing. And then have you running around calling all over the damn place trying to find some papers that doesn't even mean anything. It means nothing. It's a certificate. So hold on a second. So you're going nuts for this CMB Library of Congress certificate, but the birth certificate, oh, you don't want nothing to do with that. That's a fraudulent. But you're dealing with this, the certificate. What's the difference? Is there a difference? What the hell's the difference? There's no difference. Again, Moors. Moors are telling you, go learn from Moors who are trying to trick you by making you think they got some sealed thing from the Library of Congress. They got the chain with the Moor on it, so that means they're the legitimate Moors. What are you talking about? That's not how this was given to Moors. In '08, the only people that had nationality cards were Washita Moors and Great Seal. And then Moor Science Temple had their little card without picture or anything like that, some paper stuff trying to tell you that's your identification. Not that it can't be used like that. But, in this day and age, our people don't want to see a laminated paper. They want to see card. There was only Washita Moors. It was '08. And Great Seal. And Moor Science Temple. Nationality cards, not, ID cards for some group. That was it. Only people who had paperwork were Great Seal, Washita, and Moor Science Temple. Nobody else was doing status correction in '08 except those jurisdictions. As far as our people are concerned. These people playing games with you. Claiming some authority that doesn't even exist like that. If they weren't elected, they have no authority. They claim whatever they want to claim. You have some witnesses to back up your claim? If not, you just shut the hell up. Because you're talking BS. Fleecing people. We already know Brother Truth, ISOF Lawmaster, had people sleeping in their car because they sold them a package that didn't work. And instead of giving these people back their refund, ISOF Lawmaster, Brother Truth, and everybody who's down with that and that lane, they made the sister and her mom, not just sister and her mom, sleep in their car because they bought a package from ISOF Lawmaster that didn't work. And when the package didn't work, they got whatever they didn't know was coming. These people convinced them to buy a package to try to stop whatever, and didn't stop jack. And instead of giving them their refund so they can get their life back together, they told them they provided the service and that's what they paid for. And left that mother and daughter to have to sleep in their car. Keep in mind, this is a Moors list. This is a Moor that put out this list. There's a Moor that put out this list. Sunel University, go to them. If I'm not mistaken, they're near Seattle Corps. If I'm not mistaken. Everybody snitches to the GS on dirty Moors. So we know them all. All the stuff that they did, all the games that they play. For some Moors, they don't care. they're gonna snitch. They're gonna tell the authorities that there's dirty Moors over there. I don't know what they're doing, but they got me for 5,000. They got me for 1,000. They got me for 300 for a phone call. They got me for, they're gonna take away my nationality card if I don't do something. So we hear it all. We hear it all. And trust me, in 08, it wasn't like, people weren't getting played like that. No way. People were either down with this or they weren't. That was the only, there was no fence riding people, none of that. Either you were on the side of nationality and birthrights were Moors, or you're not. And whatever you are, you know what I mean, do your thing. You know what I mean? It's not, it is what it is. Right. House of Reawakening Minds. No. When again, we check what's going on. When House of Ram initially started, who was up there? Seton Ra Bey was up there. Ras Mariah Bey was up there. Taj Tariq Bey was up there. I think Sabir might have been up there a couple times. Abdullah Bey was up there. Mizraim was up there. Now, you go up there, you got no Fez people, no turban mothers, no Noble Drew Ali pictures behind them or nothing like that, plants and all this other BS. Only time that there's a good session is when Master Teacher Taj Tariq Bey is on there. And then when they get a seer on there. Other than that, who are these people? I mean, you found somebody on IG that's a master or whatever. Wait, since when? Since when that's what makes people credible? How much views, how much people watch them? No books or anything like that? You just talking? Can't point me to one book you wrote? You're a scholar or something? No, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. We're playing games. And we know they're playing games because this is not just here. This is everywhere. People in UK call us that there's dirty Moors out there selling packages. So when we go above House of Reawakening Minds, we have Asir, Rise of the Moors, Hannibal Bey, Sabir Bey, Taj Tariq Bey. That's about it on the list. That's credible. And like I said, you don't have Alim up there, you're talking crazy. You don't have Canaanland Moors up there, you're talking crazy. You don't even have a Delbert Blair up there, talking crazy. You don't have Noble Drew Ali up there. You don't have CM Bey up there, but you got Isof Law Master up there. Brother Truth. Dane Calloway. These are Moors. So that's going to give you another. Let's just give you another one quickly.
So, there you have it, the present-day Moor Vengers. These are our Moorish Master Adept teachers, and we honor them and love them. These are our Super Herus. Our Moorish Master Adept teachers collectively have over 200 years of wisdom. Over 200 years. And this is why, to us, they are the goats of this generation. Oh, and we haven't forgotten about Dr. Jose Pimienta Bay, who is Vision, and Abdullah El Talib Mozi Bey, who is Cyclops, and Empress Dr. Yafa Bey, who is Spectrum. And there are others. They are also Moorvengers. They are just called in as backup whenever there is imminent crisis. So we want to give them their flowers when they can still smell them, their shisha water pipe when they can still inhale them, their herbal tea when they can still drink them, and their props and support to inspire them. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, what about other Moorish Master Adept teachers like C. Freeman L., Dr. Delbert Blair Bey, and Prince Uriel Bey, and other transitioned master teachers? Well, we don't consider them Moorvengers. They are even more powerful. They are the Watchers. The Watchers are cosmic beings who possess the innate ability to achieve virtually any effect desired, including augmenting personal attributes, time and space manipulation, molecular manipulation, energy projection, and a range of mental powers. They also have access to highly advanced technology. But that's a whole other video. Oh, and of course the Prophet is
the Beyonder.
So here you have them, our Moorvengers.
Right? We know who the master teachers are. We know who laid this down. And all these jokers that you have around right now that are claiming some type of they're Moors, they're here to save you. Right? These people are liars. These people are plagiarists. They're dirty. Dirty. They have no honor in themselves. Zero honor in themselves. So you better study. Because this is your birthright. And these people are playing with you all day, every day. They don't care. Islam and welcome. The Asiatic Nation of North America official website. No, it's not. I'm part of the Asiatic Nation, and I never said anything about this website being any type of official anything. And I'm an official in the Moorish movement. We ain't sanctioned none of these people as far as doing for the nation. There are Moors who have been doing for the nation for a very long time. There are Moors who have been doing for themselves for a very long time. And we've been with the Moors who are doing this for the nation. And we all know these people. We know they're not for the nation because willofallah.com was created by the good elder Jonathan Bey, founder of MoorishDirectory.com. So somebody tells me about these Moors. These Moors, they have a nation for the nation and all this. Oh yeah, okay, let's see. Where's their website? This is how they're talking on their website. This is how they're talking. With the grateful approval of the Asiatic nation of North America's senior executor, Hakeem Elamanuel Ali, and in the respected, honored spirit of community cooperation, the following important public service message and its conveyance system has been pridefully donated by the independent entity Moors Technology Group, a wholly owned and operated Moorish technology resource facilitator of the MoorishDirectory.com. The above important Indigenous and Aboriginal Moorish Americans Constitutional Human Rights Public Service announcement explains the national movement's governance reanimation project currently underway, operating, recognized as the Arrowhead Initiative. Interested groups, civic leaders, regional spokespersons, temple sheiks, and active Moors want to take part in the governance of the email us. Now, when I talked to Brother Jonathan Bey, he's like, yeah, I mean, I told him they could use the video, but I didn't tell them I'm part of anything and all that. So now you stop and you think, no, hold on a second. So these people know what they're doing. They realize, whether it's through their analytics or whatever, they realize which Moorish platforms people tend to frequent. And they tie themselves to these platforms. In this case, MoorishDirectory.com. Because MoorishDirectory.com is credible. MoorishDirectory.com is the ripple effects of what R.V. Bey Publications started doing. Because you're going to go on there and you're going to leave with so much free information that you wouldn't need to buy a package from any of these clowns out here. You wouldn't need to join their whatever. You look, check the track record. Okay, who's been doing this the longest? Okay, they have. Okay, and then you support the ones who's been doing it longest the most. Especially if they've been putting in work. It's not like you can't see what they're doing. Moors know Corona is because of the information we've been putting out. We know that because how are they going to do this? They're going to do something. They have to do something to stop this stuff that's going on. Moors are getting together. Moors are going places together. Turbans and fezzes everywhere. You're going to black stuff, turban and fez there. You're going to Black March or whatever, Moroccan flag flying because there's a Moor there. Watch who you're riding with. Because majority of people, they're out for dolo. They're not out for the nation. Now, executive ruler guy, has a profile, right? So this is executive ruler guy's profile. People who's jacking Moorish directory energy. It was he, Brother Bay, that told him, the executive ruler, where to seek out information he was looking for. Why did the so-called whites not like the so-called blacks? The brother told him to go to the Moorish Science Temple of America. The temple was on Howard Street in Baltimore, Maryland. He went there on a Friday night and Brother Bay took him. It was on that Friday night he heard the little man speak. The little man, about 5'8" tall, answered every question that was on the executive ruler's mind at the time. And the executive ruler did not ask the little man not one question. The little man was Grand Sheik Richardson Dingle L. / Prophet Noble Drew Ali III. In just a very few months after having heard Prophet Drew Ali III, the executive ruler was entrusted to care for the Prophet at his home that was on Preston Street, Baltimore, Maryland. The executive ruler loved and true history about our people, and he was with the Prophet Noble Drew Ali III day and night for weeks and months at a time. He could not get his fill, for he wanted more and more of this, our Prophet's wisdom and knowledge. Yo, nuts these people are talking? These people are nuts. This man now is the executive ruler of Moorish Science Temple of America through a guy who claimed he was Noble Drew Ali III. You know what Noble Drew Ali told these Moors? They're jealous of my fame and nobility. This is how bad they wanted to be the Prophet. They want to be themselves. Even though the Prophet told them, be yourself, they're trying to be the Prophet. And then getting you caught up because you're chasing after a guy who's trying to be the Prophet. There's only one Prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Anybody calling themselves Prophet Noble Drew Ali after 1929, they're a fraud. Not they're mistaking something or they did something by mistake, accident. No, they're a fraud. Especially you get to Noble Drew Ali III. Please. How dumb are we? We're that dumb? For real? We're that dumb. And why? Because they went on the site. They went on the site. And they went on the site and they saw apply for a passport, and that's the first thing they clicked. You think that's not set up for people to do that? You think that's not set up for people to do that? They're not going to push Prophet Circle 7 101 books first. They're not going to push Industrious Moors or CMB, or they're going to straight to passport. And then for the people who click passport, obviously you don't study because a passport is for a foreigner. So any more telling you passport, they're a traitor. Because why would you need a pass for your own port? Or you're going to give that guy 500 racks to go in the fridge. And then you're paying. You don't realize it's your fridge yet that you're going in? It's all money grab. So that the people who could really use the support don't get it, because by the time you get to us, you're broke. Because these people who played you before, when if we got all that finance that you gave these people for some papers and some cards that do nothing for you, you still had to deal with the tickets, you still had to get locked up, you still had to whatever, just because you thought this was buy something to get it. This is not buy something to get it. This is nationality and birthrights. And there's too many Moors who we know that they need no Moorish consulate to get them out of captivity. They needed their nationality. That's what they needed. You don't need a paper from some guy. You need their nationality. So be wise. There are people out here, their duty is to play you. That's what they do. Peace and love to all the Moors. Just got that call, gotta run downstairs. But just hit the DM if you need any more. Peace and love to all the Moors. Islam. It's always great building. Sometimes you don't need too much to get the point. Islam to all Moors.